Remember this thing called reading? Well, listen, I know a lot of you are still reading because I teach health coach trainees through UCSD's extension. And these adult learners, there's one thing that unites us all, and that's reading. And even with my coach colleagues and the coach trainees, they're like, "Oh, I've got that book on my shelf. Let me go grab that down real quick." That has been something that has been through line through the past 6 years as a health coach. Everyone that is board certified, literally, we love to read. And maybe it's just because we are, you know, a generalist typically. And so we have to have a lot of different, we have to pull from a lot of different theories. So I wanted to create a list of the list of books that I'm currently reading, and I broke them up into two lists, one for health and wellness coaching, and this could be someone that's just interested in coaching yourself or wanting to go into a coach training program, or if you are a board certified health and wellness coach, these are some of my books that I constantly keep referencing. And the same goes for my functional nutritional books. So I have a list of 7 of each list, and let's go through them. So my first one is going to be for the health coaching. This is my tier 1 program, by the way. And so I'm starting with The Burnout Fix by Dr. Jacinta Jimenez. She used to be the lead, or what was her title? Like director of coaching for Better Up in the Bay Area. And so that's where I originally got followed her work, was probably in 2018, I want to say. And so this book came out, I believe in 2022. And I just love the framework. Susan Davis she promotes this book as well, or endorses it. And I just have to say, I just love the premise, which is we as professionals are just, there's just so many disruptive challenges in our world of work, and burnout is a thing because we're just split. Our brain is split into like a million different ways. And so this has a framework, which I also really appreciate, on how to support ourselves through all these significant challenges that we're going through professionally. And frankly, it doesn't even matter if you're a professional. I'm trying to see when this was published, though, just so you guys can get an idea. Um, but it is pretty recent, but I'm more curious. 2021. All right. So then my next one is To Fast Like a Girl. This was introduced to me by a good girlfriend, Christiana de Benedict. And this has really been helpful when I go through my prolonged fasts, my 5-day fasting mimicking diets. I'm still cycling, and so I get to use her framework to know when I should support my body with some fasting and when I should not, when it is unsupportive and I should maybe consider supporting my body with 3 meals instead of introducing intermittent fasting or more of a prolonged fast. This book I picked up, I think, like, gosh, a long time ago. I probably year 1 or 2 of after being certified for health and wellness coaching. But this is Marian Franklin, and she is a master certified coach. So she's under the professional coaching, more executive work. Same with Dr. Jacinta too. But what I love about her work was just, I use it a lot, is when a client shows up, usually what they want to work on or what they need to work on comes out within the first few sentences. So I'm always going back to her framework as a master coach to support my work with health and wellness coaching clients. This came up in topic actually with a recent coach or a client of mine, and there's not enough words to express how amazing this book is. Um, I don't even know where to start. So, The Language of Emotions is a life-changing kind of book. Basically, Carla McLaren, the author, helps you use emotions in a way that you may have never even thought about ever, and reframes them in such a beautiful way that can be supportive for executive clients or for health and wellness coaching clients. Um, please check it out. I got to see Dr. Seeger at the Health and Wellness Coaching Conference, and she's just a blast. I've seen lots of her videos, and we use this in our coach training for a UCSD extension. And so she just categorizes how people show up with habit change and behavior change in today's world, right? Where we're spread so thin. So, there's some alternatives to potentially doing the SMART goal setting, and you'll want to check out this book to learn more. And then lastly, again, this is through the Health and Wellness Coach Training Program. If you haven't, or the Health and Wellness Coaching Conference out of San Diego. If you haven't gone, I totally recommend if you are a coach. And I have Wisdom of the Whole coaching cards. So Dr. Linda Bark proctored a presentation at the conference, and she walked us through a couple of these tools that I've used with clients. This one particularly was really fun to do because if your clients are kinesthetic learners, get them up out of the chair, particularly if they're trying to close this gap between where they're going or who they want to be and where they are. This helps with goal setting and closing that gap. And also, if someone is trying to choose between a couple options, there's a really cool practice in here. Lastly, the book that we chose as a collective group of adjunct instructors for our training program was Awareness is Enough by Billy Francis. She's actually, I think she lives out here or lives in San Diego. But it's all about how cultivating presence and how presence is literally enough to be an amazing coach. But we just need to, she just goes through so many practical ways and ways that we get in our own way so we can be the best coach we can to clients. So those are my health and wellness coaching books that I highly recommend. And so let's get into the functional nutritional ones. These I reference all the time. And okay, the first one is by Dr. Doug Kaufman. He has an amazing website. It's called Know the Cause. And the title is The Fungus Link to Women's Health Problems. I it's the thing. I have an article on my website called What I Got Right and What I Got Wrong in 2024. So in 2023, I have a whole story around my fungus among us. So please check out that article. It's been very much part of my healing and part of my learning as a functional provider. Okay. This one. Super good. Dr. Davis. I'm part of his membership. I make his yogurt, his L-Reuteri and L-Gaceri mix every week. And it's been really helpful when I get into some microbiome or stool tests with my clients and microbiome tests to support them with these key strains, key probiotic strains, so we can keep this dysbiosis at bay. Okay. Amazing practitioner, amazing. I would love to meet this human. Thank you, Dr. Davis. Toxic by Dr. Neil Nathan. This book I had it in 2018 or 19 when it first came out. And I read it but I didn't understand it because I wasn't trained functionally yet. I was just a health coach. And one of my clients, health coaching clients, had Bartonella. And so now it's starting to put the pieces together, and so I thank Dr. Neal, and there's a beautiful chapter that he dedicates. It makes me want to cry, to just this healing with women, particularly moms and daughters, and this dynamic that can persist with chronic illness. It has not been, thankfully, my case with my mama, but I can see how he gracefully kind of broaches this subject around what happens when you heal in family dynamics. At Mindshare in 2023, I got to meet Dr. Diane Mueller. She signed my book. What a cutie. And just what a gift. Thank you, Diane. I'm always referencing your book. I had a client with extremely high ochratoxin A levels and mold toxicity, and like I needed a reference book. And so thank you for your amazing work, and appreciate gifting this to me. If you don't have it, my God, get with the program. That's all I have to say. Okay, so there's a couple. So I'm a Libby kind of gal. For as much as I like having some books to grab and reference, I also love my Kindle. And so what's so nice about having these kind of bigger, Dr. Gundry's or the Mark Hymans of the world, you can I have two books, Dr. Tom O'Brien and Dr. Gundry. I have Gut Check on here, and I just get it from my Libby account. It's so easy. Um, and so Gut Check was revolutionary. I loved Dr. Gundry's Plant Paradox, and that was very helpful in my healing journey. Mhm. Thank you, Dr. Gundry, and for Gut Check. And then You Can Fix Your Brain, also the autoimmune fix. They're both by Dr. Tom O'Brien. If you are on the autoimmune spectrum or have clients and serve clients on the autoimmune spectrum, hello, just read that book. Okay, guys. Well, that is it for now. I'm going to send you my list, or check out my articles for the full list. And happy reading this summer. Cheers.